Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Kaspa, Siacoin and BGV price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start with Kaspa here on the daily where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1 or a wave A. Wave B given between the 0.618, 0.5 fib level on the linear fib levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Hitting a wave C around the 1 to 1 fib level as a zigzag as higher potential scenario here. After wave A, three ways towards the upside, you're looking for ABC hitting around the 0.786 and 0.618. And after this, we start to see an impulse toward the upside where you would like to finish here a potential wave of 4 and a 5. Or you are finishing, of course, an A, B, and a C toward the upside. The wave C might unfold, of course, with an impulse as well for higher prices. If we dive inside it, of course, for this price action, we can see on the 2 hours chart, we have already a formation of an impulse here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 4 is a triangle, 5 extended, wave 1, A, B, and a C toward the downside. The wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing around the 0.786 without touching the 886, so that is perfect. And you're moving toward the upside, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now on the micro level, of course, as several 1-2s towards the upside. Let's move inside it. So basically, you have, of course, this double 1-2 here. First, after a major one, where you see, of course, 1-2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave 3. Then, of course, we're gonna have a several 4-5, 4-5 towards the upside. I would say simply now continuation toward the upside, and the target for this wave 3 might be, of course, hitting around the 1.618, of course, which is the 0.89 cents for Kaspa. So this is the blue zone that I'm looking for it, of course, as the next price action. And it might be, of course, much more fractal. It might be even much more bigger. Actually, on the daily, we are looking for something maybe higher. But don't forget that with this 1.618, you are very, anyway, close to take the all-time high. And by taking the all-time high, of course, it is possible that you have finished this potential scenario. However, if you take a look here at the 1-2, you see that the wave 3 1.618 can, of course, unfold a 4 and a 5, taking, of course, the all-time high and continuation simply toward the upside for a wave C as expected on the daily. Great. Let's see, of course, the next one, which is Siacoin. On Siacoin, we are looking, of course, on the daily as well for something very interesting, because Siacoin shows already an impulse towards the upside on the lifetime here, where we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A for a triangle or a wave 1. This triangle can be, of course, like A, B, C, D, E, and then moving toward the upside, of course, after having an A, also A, B, C, D, E, wave C toward the upside. So in both case scenarios, I would say that this is a kind of finished structure here, and we're moving toward the upside. Unless, of course, you have a big wave ABC, your wave C is still unfolding as diagonal, or even WX and Y, you can finish as a zigzag, but very low possibility. We start to see here, of course, in confluence with the triangle trend, we start to see something impulsive, which we're gonna see, of course, on the 2 hours chart. On the 2 hours chart, we can see a 1, 2, 3, wave 4, again, of course, arranging as a sideways, wave 5 given to finish wave 1 or a wave A. W, X, and a Y for a wave 2, perfection without taking, of course, the 886, and continuation at 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 to, of course, hit even much more higher. Your targets for this wave 3 might reach the 1.618, of course, at this number for Siacoin, and it can be a wave C, so be careful with it. Of course, it can be a wave C somewhere there, and then moving towards the downside, of course, around the 1 to 1 fib level. So to be tested as well as a wave C, I would put this wave C a little bit lower here in this area. Actually, I would prefer there. And in this case scenario, of course, wave C, you might move towards the downside after it. Unless we break the 1 to 1 level, we continue towards the 1.618, 4 and a 5, of course, for new all-time highs. And this, of course, is going to unfold simply something much more impulsive or fractal, I would say, for later on. This might be, of course, as following, like this is only the start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to form a wave 1 here, and then having wave 2, and then 3, 4, 5 toward the upside, because your wave C or your wave 5 here, I would prefer, of course, the wave C, because you have a triangle anyway. It's not allowed to have a wave 2, meaning, of course, an A, B, and a C. The wave C has to be, of course, an impulse toward the upside 5 waves, hitting at the end 0.10 cents, of course, for Siacoin at 1-to-1 fib level. Yep, that was it for Siacoin. Let's see BGB, which is also a very bullish chart. On BGB, we are looking at the daily as well here. With the daily, we're gonna start, of course, with this possibility where you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 sideways, and the wave 5 is still unfolding toward the upside. This wave 5 is 1, 2, 3. Wave 4, obviously, it is ranging sideways and then moving toward the upside, of course, after a long correction here for wave 5. Another scenario is, of course, a W and X here as a bridge, and you have a wave Y finished. You have a correction, and after this correction, you're looking for one more impulse towards higher prices. Now, the second alternative scenarios where you have several 1-2s here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You have another big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the major wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Simply continuation for higher prices as well. Final scenario is a wave A here, where you finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finished wave 1, or a wave A, you finished wave 2, and or your wave B, and then you're looking for a wave 3, wave 4, and the wave 5 has to unfold again toward the upside, or a wave C, of course, which it might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, even much more higher than this. So basically, very bullish chart for BGB. Of course, we have only one scenario that it might have finished wave Y here, and we can see like a very long correction, but the continuation toward the upside is gonna unfold sooner or later. Let's dive inside it, of course, on the 2 hours chart here. So on the 2 hours chart, we are looking at a potential very long correction. I know that it looks like a triangle, and it might be a triangle still. Yeah, you have an A, B, C. Of course, the C is also zigzag. You have a wave D potentially unfolding, and then wave E. And then, of course, bullish. There is no other possibility. Otherwise, you have finished an A here, 3 waves. You finished W, X, and Y for wave B, 3 waves. And also, you finished up with an impulse toward the downside, failing to take the low, meaning a truncated A, B, and a C toward the downside. And that means, of course, after this, you would like to see kind of like a reversal. And this is exactly what we see right now. On the 1 hour chart, we see kind of like an impulsive wave toward the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing wave 1 and wave 2 as a correction, obviously. And then continuation impulsively for higher prices. Targets taken from the 1 to the 2, giving us a wave 3, 1.618, $5.77. For BGB. Is it done? Of course not. If we are bullish here, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5, simply continuation toward the upside, because you would like to see this high taken as we saw on the daily. And of course, don't forget that there is a bearish possibility, I would say corrective possibility, where you might finish, of course, an ABC at the 1-to-1 fib level here, which it might be your wave D, of course, for this triangle in confluence with this trend line, and then moving for wave E, but at the end, bullish again. That was it for Kaspa, Siacoin, and BGB. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.